What's up? We're live again. We're live on the internets. Hello everyone. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, man. What's up? First one here. That was fast. Let's wait a few minutes for people to get here, but what have you guys been doing? I've been doing a lot of freaking editing. Not as fun as it sounds. It doesn't sound fun at all. Anyway. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And some C++ code as well. I don't know, learning as much as I can. So yeah, what you guys been up to? Everyone's slow today. I think they might be on vacation, which is cool. It's cool. The weather's nice today. I have a lot of work. Oh, damn it! I'm not wanting to do that. Okay. What else have I done? Oh, there's nobody here today. Hello, what's up? Alrighty, so what have you guys been up to?
Hi everybody.
I've been trying to edit some stuff, some videos for the new, let me switch to my thingy. The latest chapter of the LAMP project. That's what I'm trying to say. This guy. It's gonna be out next week. Should be ready by next week. And it's the final chapter of the LAMP project, which is pretty cool. I'm glad that it's almost done. Cause yeah, it's pretty cool. Animator C said, hello. Thank you for being here. Alright, so I don't really have anything planned for today, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask anything. Valdez Araujo, what's up, man? Any news about H17? I don't know. I know nothing about that I can say. I don't know. H17 will be ready maybe for SIGGRAPH, I guess. They generally do it by around that time. So maybe by when is SIGGRAPH? Let's see. So I want to go, and I know it's gonna be in Vancouver, Canada, which I've never been there. So let's see. SIGGRAPH 2018. It's gonna be August 12th to the 16th, says here. Oh yeah, I heard that Arnold. I know that Arnold was working on the GPU version for a while. Because yeah, he's gonna be in Vancouver 12th to the 16th of August. Hopefully some of you guys will make it there. How much months is that? We are in March. 5 months. Wow. But there's not much information about Arnold, is it? I know there is going to be a talk about it, and they've been hinting about the GPU thingy for a while. They give a talk, didn't they? At GTC is called or something like that. Meh, can find it. So yeah, they've been hinting about it for a while, but you can see this post is from 2016 actually. But I knew they were working on it once they hired that guy that was working on the Blender renderer actually. What's his name? Loper higher solid angle. Yeah, this one. This should be Brent. Bresh? Is his name Bresh? Yeah, so he was hired by Solid Angle in 2014. So it's been a while. These guys have been working in that thing for a while, I guess. So it's about time. Renderman, it's also working on something. I was reading an article today about their XPU thingy, which is basically a mix of CPU and GPU, and they supposedly they already used it in Coco to render those huge scenes in Coco. And as the article here says, the artists already use it. The artists there already use like a GPU version for that, for shading. So it's pretty interesting. If you guys want to read this article, go ahead and read it. It was published today, but it's pretty interesting what they're doing as well there. And it's pretty cool. Oh, what did I do? Windows, don't do that. So yeah, it will be a GTC, I think, the Arnold thingy, which is I don't think we're gonna be able to see it until if they record it and release it after, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So it's happening at the moment, 26th to the 29th. Let's search for it. Arnold. Yeah, here's the talk, which it's actually happened today. Publicly demonstrating the GPU inside Arnold, and they are using NVIDIA optics. All right, cool. It's cool. It's gonna be different than Redshift because Redshift doesn't use optics actually. So let's see what happens with that thing. It's gonna be fun. Everybody's gonna be on the everybody's gonna be on the GPU wagon really soon, which is great. Just hope the Houdini gives us more access to the GPU. I want more GPU in my Houdini. That would be great to have more Houdini. GPU-ish thingies. Alrighty, let's close all this stuff and let's say what you guys want. Can you give some tips to create the origami flip-flop effect in Houdini? Origami flip-flop. I've done something like that. So let's just create a freeing grid. And what I've done is, remember, what I've done is just a clip, and then put it in a direction, let's say X, and then you let's export. Oh, did I do it like this? Let me remember. I don't remember how I did this. But I basically did something like that with a clip and a transform. Then I can transform one of the pieces. Let's say I created the groups here. I'll create groups for the above and below plane, so you have the two pieces separately. You can see there's two pieces with two groups. So now you want to move one of the pieces here. Let's say this is the above plane one. Put the center where the clip is. Let's put it it's at the origin, or better yet, use the transfer. Copy this, put it here in the origin, and paste the relative values. And now if we use this guy, if we rotate this, you're kind of getting kind of like that, you know. And if you move it, it's gonna be clipping and it's gonna be cutting at the same time. It's happening. It's happening. I don't know why it looks like that. Why does it look like that? Not sure. Oh, because this guy, the pivot of this it's being over there. So let's the origin. Let's have the pivot be the same place as the transform. Pivot, copy the references, and then now it works like it should. So now the pivot is at the right place. Oh, that is not right. Oh, that was great. That is not the right way to do it. Look at that. So cool. Okay, don't do that for the pivot then. Delete that stuff. Revert to defaults. But yeah, you could kind of cut it like this if you wanted to do it like that. But I think the other day I think I didn't use this translate, and I used just the cut plane actually. Nah, I don't remember what I did. Let's see the direction, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, something like this could be used to do that, but more intelligently, because I don't really remember how I did it. Funk. I think this is the wrong way to do it. Delete channels. And then this origin copy is gonna drive the transform. Let's put it to the pivot relative reference to that, and then we can move this guy, and that should work. You can see now that is working. And if we rotate this more and move this should still work. And if you want to bevel this edge, we can bevel the edge after this. So am I getting an edge there? No, it's just a plane. Do we get an edge here? No. Alright, so we could group, let's try to group the edge. Group create. What's happening? Oh, my screen, okay. Sorry for that. I would remember to do this and now I didn't. Sorry. Okay. Now you can see it. If you want to do the effect for a house, that's dude, you're gonna have to just do it on the whole thing. The other thing I would try, actually I did that for a commercial a long time ago, and what I did, let's just try to group the edges first. Let me finish this dot, and by the normals, no, this is not what I want. Minimum angle. Sorry. Okay. Unshare edges. Let's do that. Don't do this. Why isn't that working? This should give me the edges in the. Or is it? Or is it? 99. Nope, it's not working. This should give me the edges at the outside. Okay, whatever. If we could just fuse this and bevel it, I don't know. Fuse and poly bevel it. Not flat edges, and just make it round. And there you go, you have a round edge there. You can add more if you want. And now you have this thing beveled. And you can just go here and animate this flap, and it will look like that. This is one way. The other way I did for a commercial a while ago, I actually used bones. I just rigged the thing, added bones, and animate the bones basically. If you're gonna do it for like a house, I will do it with bones. That would be better. How can I invert cut plane offset, so it just gives me faces, not faces, only the offset area. I don't understand your question. What do you mean by only the offset area? I don't understand. You can just change the parameters of this. If you just want this area or you just want the other part, but by default it just gives you one part of the kit. But I just kept both, so I can rotate one and do this. But it will give you, by default, just give you one area. And if you want to do it with bones, I've done it with bones as well. It's simple. Of course, it's a lot of setup. You need to set up everything and do the bones and all that stuff. It's not like a one-click show. It's never like a one-click show. How can change wireframe topology after fracture? Why do you want to change the wireframe topology after fracturing? I am not understanding your question. I am not understanding the questions. Okay, so any more questions? Any more questions? What else? Let's see. No more questions? If you guys don't have any more questions, I'm just gonna split. All right, so I'm currently doing some finishing on my tools and should be available soon. And the tools that I'm doing, specifically this one that it's kind of a tab version, and the other one, this one, both are not gonna be free. They're gonna be paid. So, do you guys think that selling those tools is a good idea? Because I do think it's a good idea. It's been a lot of work to do it and to just give them away. I have not tried Redshift on Great Markets. I'm supposed to do a tutorial about something for them, but I haven't. Because I'm doing something else. You want to make a water droplet run down a glass or bottle. How much work is that? Well, it depends what you want to do, how you want to do it. You could simulate the effect, or you could just fake it. Because there will be ways to fake it, I guess. I've never done that, an effect like that, and also depends on how detailed you want to do the effect. So I think first you need to research the effect, what do you want to do exactly, and then take the approach that it's better suited for your project. I don't know. Check out whose website. Whose website? Whose website? I don't know. Alrighty. I've never done like a droplet or something going through a bottle. I've done particles running down a surface. Let's see if we can do that really quickly. But really quickly. Let's create a torus. And let's create a circle. Or we can use another torus to rain down on this guy. Pop. Whoa, what is that? Pop network. It's not the right one. That is the wrong one. Let's see. Let's go inside here, and these guys are doing nothing. Let's add the gravity. They go down. Let's see if we now, let's just emit once because there's gonna be too much particles to see what's happening. Let's just burn at the first frame. It's less than 2. So this, we just have that. So now let's try because this never works for me. Collision behavior. Now this is not the one. I always I never know which one is the collision. Detect. Let's put it to input 1, actually input 2. I'll connect this guy and should collide, but it doesn't. You can see it never works for me. This is having an issue here. I don't know why, but this never works for me, and it's supposed to work, but it never works for me. Yup, Torus, what, 2 maybe? No. Torus 1. There. Okay, now it's working. So if you plug it, what happened to my panel? If you plug it there, it doesn't work. Now it's working. So let's say that the behavior is gonna be slide. See if it works. So let's see. So it's sliding now on the surface, but it's too fast. So we could what could we do? We could give it some more friction. If let's put it on a group, collided a group, and let's preserve the group, and let's give them some drag force, drag only to those particles, the ones that are collided. Let's give them some drag. Let's see if it's working. Yeah, it's working. Give them more drag, and then you can see they are sliding. I can make the particles bigger for you because they might be too small. But you can see now the particles collide with the surface and they are sliding. So that's one way you could do that. If you just want to do it on a bottle, maybe. Let's say that this guy is the bottle. So let's just collide with itself. Torus 2. So they already collided when they start. And then you just play and they're gonna start sliding. If you want them to be slower, reduce the gravity or give them more drag. Now they are sliding on the surface. If we had like a ground plane, ground plane. Merge it here. Let's create a merge. You could create a bottle with a lot of particles on it, and they are sliding. Let's put the position there. So now if we play, that's what would happen. They stop because that's I don't know, the table where the bottle is sitting on. And let's say, yeah, if you want to give them some noise, because particles like that tend to move about a little bit, you could give them some noise. Let me give them some more drag. We could use pop force. I need to fix this thing. Pop force. Are they moving? Let's give them a bigger push. Yeah, they're moving about. Maybe the swirl size is too big. But yeah, they're moving along. It's too big. The noise is too big. But and when they get here, they should stop. But that's you could do like a lot of particles flowing on a surface, and if you have more of them, well, they're gonna keep doing the same. Or oh, that's fun. Let's delete this channel. If we keep emitting, that looks weird but cool. Yeah, looks weird but cool. That's my motto. If you are weird, you are cool. That's how that's one way you can do it. Have you seen the UE4 real-time ray tracing? Yes, I have seen it. Will this be something we can expect in Redshift? Redshift already does that. Redshift already does ray tracing. What are you talking about? It's not gonna do it real time because UE4 doesn't do what Redshift does. They are just hacking a bunch of stuff to make it look real time, but there's a lot of stuff missing, or that it's hacked around. Try to apply maps on fluid. Choose a frame simulation, freeze it with the time shift, UV projection image, and save it. Transfer to the point simulation, matching by ID. It's very interesting result. Okay. Can you randomize the flow speed down? Thanks. Yes, you can. If you give, you can give mass to the different particles. Like, let's say over here. I want to, yeah, you can just do it here in the air resistance, and should I do it here? Yeah, okay, so I can say air resist times equals here, or you can just I'll just make the mass equals to random of the ID, and that will give you, what is the mass? Not a thingy. Let's see, ignore mass. Let's put it to the air resist. Air resist times equals that. And now it's complaining about. Oh, yeah, I know. This is an attribute. Sorry for that. Mass like that. Okay, let's leave it how it was. Nope, don't save. So now let's not do so much particles. It's less than 2. So now you can see some particles drop faster and some particles are still over there because they're having a random value between 0 and 1. You can control this by a feed 01. So it's gonna be 0 to 1, so you can control how much you want, how much mass you want to give each particle, basically. So let's say it's gonna go from 0.2 to 0.5, and there's gonna be less variation. And if you want to multiply the value, you just use this guy. So basically, since we are multiplying by this value, you can just drag this guy and that's going to multiply the value. But you can see some are going faster than others because now they have different resistance to the to this guy here. So yeah, you can do whatever you want basically. How to find all the very sharp corners of an object? Well, actually you can do that with the bevel really simply, because the bevel has an option to bevel just the corners. Let's say you have an object. Let me close this thingy. Let's extrude this guy. Let's make something that is not a cube, because a cube it's really simple to just do something on. Cube, and extrude this and extrude it again maybe, and make it an inset. Okay, so let's say this is my model. I want to bevel, but I don't want to select the edges or whatever. Then just put a poly bevel. Just put the poly bevel there. Just put it, and then it's gonna bevel everything, right? Let's make this more exaggerated. It's gonna bevel everything, but that's not what you want. So you can go here to the ignore flat edges toggle, and then you go, there you go. It ignores the flat areas and just bevels the areas that have corners. And you can control this. You can, by controlling this, you can say which areas you want to have bevel on. Since this is not too sharp of a curve, it's not beveling it anymore like this. But if you lower it, it's gonna bevel those corners. Or if you put it to 0, it's gonna be the same thing as before. But yeah, that's how you can do it with the bevel. This is very useful when you are making procedural models, because if we go up here and continue beveling, you can see, I mean extruding, you can see this thing is gonna work. I can continue extruding, and you can see this thing, it's doing the beveling for me. Boink. So that's pretty amazing. It's even doing the UVs actually. Quick shade. Let me see. It doesn't have UVs to start off, so let's give it some UVs here first. Let's make UV texture. So if we do that, and let's create another quick shade here, And let's UV texture face, let's say. All right, so now we have UVs like that here at this point. And after I do all my extrudes and beveling and stuff, you can see the UVs try to maintain all over the place. Even if I keep, like, let's go over here again and select one of these faces and extrude it again. You can see it's making the UVs as you go. It tries to make it as good as it can, but you can see it's pretty cool that you have the, like, it doesn't destroy the UVs, and it's trying to make it more UVs for you. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Does Houdini have a weld point like cinema? Yes. Well, you can choose what direction you want to weld. That's what doesn't do. Like let's see what I can do here. Let me delete this guy. I don't want to see it. Well, let's say you want to weld these 2 points here. These 2 guys there. Let's make the points bigger. Where's that thingy? I always lose this thingy. So if you want to weld these 2 points, just use the fuse, and then you increase the distance here. Then you can say, you can try to change which direction it goes, but it doesn't give you the option to go one way or another. That's something that it's not actually available. So you can weld them, and then you have to move it manually, I guess. And but yeah, if you want to do that, just select it here in the viewport. Like, let's say I want to merge all those guys. I'm pretty sure I selected something else down here. Yeah. And then you want to fuse them. You, with this selected in the viewport, just drop a fuse here in the viewport, and then raise the distance, and it's gonna fuse them there. But yeah, it doesn't give you like a direction, like weld this to this and snap it there. What you could do, if you want to do that, it's more steps, I know, but what you could do is, instead of using the fuse immediately, like I want to snap this point to this, you could just do that, like select the point, enable snap to points here, just snap it to this guy, and then I just select both and fuse them. Fuse, which is just gonna give me 1 point there. So that's one way to do it. Instead of again, if I want to fuse this guy, and when you have one of these, what I do is, when you have one of these fuses already there, like I use that to fuse that point, I would like to fuse this point to this guy now. What you could do is just click this arrow here in this field, click it, and now you can select this guy as well and move it over there. Let's move you, guy. Let's move it. No, it's not gonna let me. No, I will. Sorry. No, that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is actually do it up here before the fuse. Since the fuse here is already just fusing points, we can go up here and just move these guys here. We can keep snapping points and they're gonna be fused. So that guy's fused already because after I moved it, I have that fuse. So I can keep doing this Let's select another point. Transform that one there. Now that's fused. Now if I want to fuse another one over here, I just move it. So yeah, you could kind of do the same thing in Houdini, but it's a different workflow. It's not the same workflow. So now I just fused all those points, and we are happy about it. They should be fused. Let's check. I don't have my information always on and show the time. So, yep. That's how you could do that stuff, but just make sure that the points are being fused. Like this guy, I don't think it's being fused completely because there is a phase between those two guys. So if you're gonna go to that extreme, you need to delete the phases as well. Because if not, the fuse is not gonna fuse those guys completely. But yeah, I think it's something that could be improved. Maybe make a new fuse that deletes the faces there, or just here. We could actually clean this maybe. Let's put a clean. It's not the ideal way, but it's what we can do. Clean, consolidate points. And now they should be just 1 point. Yeah, 1 point and 1 point. There we go. All right, so you guys have any more questions? Because if not, I'm gonna go. You guys are just too serious today. Too serious. Why so serious? Why so serious, you guys? Okay. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. It's gonna be a short one today because I don't know, is it vacations? Is it, what is it? It is here. People are on vacation here. It's the holiday season. Alrighty. Well, I'll see you guys next week, alright? Hopefully next week we have more ideas to do stuff. Okay? See you guys next week. Thank you for being here.